Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, saan man po kayo nakikinig at nanonood sa buong mundo. So, ito po si Attorney A. Erwin Bautista, another episode of U.S. Immigration Made Easy with our U.S. Visa question and answer portion. Ano po? So, ang ating topic ngayon ay sino nga ba ang pwedeng mag-execute ng affidavit of support para sa mga ipinitisyon natin? At ano ang requirement sa pipirma ng affidavit of support? At saka ano ang requirement doon sa co-sponsor kapag hindi ma-meet ng sponsor or petitioner yung income requirement? Ano po? So, ito yung question doon my immigrant petition is now current, but my U.S. citizen father has been living in the Philippines and is too old to go back to the U.S. Can I still immigrate despite my father residing in the Philippines? Ito po ang sagot. Yes, you cannot unless your father makes the U.S. his domicile, which is a requirement of the affidavit of support, which in turn is a requirement of the immigrant petition process. So, ang ibig sabihin nito, kapag nag-file ka ng petition, US citizen ka, pwedeng nakatira ka dyan sa Philippines or sa ibang bansa. Kaya lang, pagka kailangan ka ng pumirma ng affidavit of support, kailangan domicile ka dito sa US. As previously we have discussed, yung affidavit of support, hinihingi yan kapag nasa National Visa Center na yung stage ng processing. Makakarating po yan sa National Visa Center kapag yan ay re-require na yung mga affidavit of support na yan kapag current na yung petition ninyo. Ano? At kung kayo naman ay dito sa Amerika mag-a-apply ng adjustment of status, ay sa pagpa-file ng adjustment of status, kailangan meron ng affidavit of support. So, kung kailangan ng affidavit of support, ito ang mga requirements. So, what are the requirements for a petitioner to immigrate a relative? The Immigration and Nationality Act requires that the petitioner executes an affidavit of support in order to immigrate the beneficiary. Section 213A, open close parenthesis small f, open close parenthesis C, capital C. So it's section 213A FC of the Immigration and Nationality Act makes it one of the 6 requirements for the sponsor to execute an affidavit of support that such sponsor be domiciled in any of the states of the United States. So the section reads, number 1, in general, for purposes of this section, the term sponsor in relation to a sponsored alien means an individual who executes an affidavit of support with respect to the sponsored alien and who, ito na, yung mga requirement. Number 1, is a citizen or national of the United States or an alien who is lawfully admitted to the United States for permanent residence. So, ano ibig sabihin nun? Either green card holder or U.S. citizen or national ng U.S. Yan yatang American Samoa, mga nationals yan, but they are not citizens. So, they are not green card holders, but they are nationals of the United States. Number 2, must be at least 18 years of age. So kapag ikaw ay 18 years old na, pwede ka na mag-execute ng affidavit of support. Hindi nangangahulugan, pwede ka na magpetisyon. Ang mga magulang, pwede lamang ipetisyon kapag 21 years old na yung mga anak na US citizen. Ano po? So number 3, is domiciled in any of the several states of the United States. Number 4, is petitioning for the admission of the alien under Section 204. And number 5, demonstrates the means to maintain an annual income equal to at least 125% of the federal poverty guideline. Ano po? Yan po, makikita nyo yan, yung poverty guideline na yan with the 125%. Doon po sa, pag tinype nyo sa Google, yung USCIS, HHS, Health and Human Services. USCIS, HHS, 2025, ilagay nyo kung anong year. Lilitaw doon yung income requirement for a household of 2, household of 3, household of 4, and so on. Ano po? So, pero for our issue for today, itong number 3 requirement is domiciled in any of the several states. So, the petitioner, therefore, who is domiciled abroad cannot comply with the requirements of the affidavit of support. So, in our question, the petitioner needs to return to the U.S. and take up his residence in the U.S. again. Ngayon, meron pong cable ang State Department sa meaning ng domicile. So, sabi, what is a domicile? In a cable from the Department of State providing guidance on what is domicile, as published in the National Immigration Law Center's Immigrant Rights Update, the following discussion defined domicile in the U.S. for reference by any petitioner who needs to execute an affidavit of support. O, ito po. Affidavit of support. State Department. Ito na po yung cable. State Department discusses definition of domiciled in the U.S. Ano ang ibig sabihin ng domiciled in the U.S.? Kasi kailangan nating malaman yan para yung malaman natin yung bang pumirma ng affidavit of support domiciled in the U.S. Na-comply ba niya yung requirement na yon? So, sabi dito, the U.S. State Department has issued a cable discussing the definition of domicile for purposes of the new Affidavit of Support, Form I-864. For immigrants po, Form I-864 ang ginagamit. Para po dyan sa mga fiancé, ang Affidavit of Support na ginagamit nila ay Form I-134. So, magkaiba po yan ha. Yung I-864 para sa immigrants, yung I-134 para sa non-immigrants. Under the new affidavit support regulations, a sponsor or the individual signing the affidavit must be either a U.S. citizen or a lawful permanent resident alien and be domiciled in the United States. Domicile is defined as residence with the intent to maintain the residence for the foreseeable future. Residence is defined as the principal actual dwelling place. Alam nyo, natatandaan ko nung nag-aaral pa ako dyan sa UP College of Law, meron dyan case about domicile, Uytengsu versus Uytengsu. Ang sabi dyan sa domicile, domicile is the place whenever you are absent, you have the intent to return. So, kung tama pa yung aking memory, hanapin nyo yan, Uytengsu versus Uytengsu. Sa ano yan public international private international law subject ng sa UP College of Law yan. So, yun po ang definition naman doon. So, pareho rin halos, di ba? Domicile is the place whenever you are absent, you intend to return. Mahalaga po yan lalo na sa eleksyon dyan sa Philippines, di po ba? Yung mga kandidato natin, domiciled sa, halimbawa, sa Cavite, pero sa Forbes Park pala nakatira. So, pwede po silang mag-reside sa iba't ibang lugar, pero ang domicile ay isa lamang. Yun yung pag wala ka doon, gusto mong bumalik. Yun ang intention mo. So, ang pagpirma po ng affidavit of support, so yung petitioner, kailangan andi dito siya sa US for 6 months bago issue yung immigrant visa doon sa beneficiary. So kapag nalaman ng embassy na wala rito sa Amerika at hindi dito nakatira yung petitioner, ay maghihintay muna sila ng proof na dito nga nakatira yung US citizen para mag-issue na ng immigrant visa. Kasi requirement po yan ng affidavit of support. Parang hindi kailangan nung petition, nung Form I-130, pero yung affidavit of support kailangan doon nakatira sa US. So must be a domicile of any of the states of the United States. So tayo po ay napapakinggan sa radiophilm.com at sa Flash TV. Ito po ang ating programa na US Immigration Made Easy. At ito po yung ating question and answer portion, US Visa question and answer portion. So yan po ang ating discussion tungkol sa affidavit of support, kung makakarating pa ba rito yung mga pinitisyon ng mga US citizen o green card holder kung sila hindi na naninirahan dito sa Amerika. So malaking requirement po yan na kailangan nakatira sila dito sa Amerika para makapagpirma ng affidavit of support. So kung di kaya halimbawa yung income nung requirement, yan pong income requirement tulad na sinabi ko sa inyo, itatype nyo lamang yung USCIS, US Citizenship and Immigration Services, HHS, Health and Human Services. Tapos yung year, lilitaw na dyan yung poverty guideline. Ang hahanapin nyo yung requirement sa number of household ninyo at saka doon sa 125% income. So I hope you were informed of the requirements in executing an affidavit of support, or if you are petitioning a relative, kailangan nyo po na manirahan sa Amerika kapag kayo ay pipirma na ng affidavit of support. So again, this is Attorney A. Erwin Bautista. Maraming salamat po sa inyong panonood at pakikinig dito sa ating programa. At see you next time in our next episode.